Boy took a bite of the beef rice served at school, but to his horror, he bit down on a human tooth. His classmates thought it was his own tooth that had fallen out, but deep down, the boy knew for sure that this tooth didn't belong to him. He started digging through the beef rice carefully, and to his shock, he uncovered an eyeball, an organ. There were human organs in the food. The moment he said it out loud, the entire cafeteria erupted into chaos. Other students began checking their own meals, and found pieces of human tissue mixed into the beef rice. They couldn't believe their eyes. The school's food had actually been mixed with human flesh. The police were called immediately, and the sheriff rushed to the scene with his team. From the prepared beef rice, they extracted a large amount of human meat and bone fragments. Agent Ellie examined a piece of jawbone, and determined that the victim was male. The sheriff suspected the victim might be a student, but Ellie disagreed. Judging by the wear on the teeth, she estimated the victim was at least 45 years old. Even more disturbing, the remains had been processed, showing clear signs of marination and seasoning. It was obvious these remains came from canned meat. Because of the seriousness of the incident, the school officials demanded the case be solved as quickly as possible. The sheriff and his team headed straight to the canned food factory. The head of product development claimed that they had already recalled the entire batch. Ellie randomly opened a can, and sure enough, she found chunks of human tissue inside. It seemed the killer had to be one of the factory workers. However, the manager flatly denied it, suggesting instead that someone had accidentally fallen into the meat grinder, which would explain why there were human remains in the cans. Ellie didn't buy that story. No clothing or personal belongings were found in the cans, which meant this was deliberate, not an accident. Fortunately, this particular batch was made exclusively for the school, so it hadn't reached the open market yet. The police confiscated all the cans, and brought them back to the lab for analysis. Forensic experts began separating every piece of human tissue they found. Nearly every can contained fragments of human flesh, and one piece of skull revealed saw-like markings. This indicated the victim had undergone a craniotomy while still alive, a highly complex surgery that only 3 local surgeons were capable of performing. Following this clue, the sheriff quickly identified the victim, but when the victim's true identity was revealed, it left everyone completely